Hello friends, and welcome back to AutoFix Zone. In today's video, we're going to discuss the key warning signs that indicate a failing car alternator. 1. Check engine light illumination. When there is a charging system fault, whether undercharging or overcharging, the check engine light may illuminate. During diagnostics, you'll typically find one of the following trouble codes: P0562, system voltage low, where charging voltage drops below 13.4 volts. P0563, system voltage high, where charging voltage exceeds 14.7 volts. In most cases, this condition is caused by a failure of a critical internal component inside the alternator known as the voltage regulator, which is responsible for controlling the alternator's output voltage. Replacing the faulty voltage regulator usually resolves the issue completely. 2. Battery warning light. The battery warning light can illuminate for several reasons, all of which were covered in a previous video linked in the description below. One common cause is a charging issue related to the alternator. This could be due to poor wiring or loose connections, a blown charging fuse or faulty relay, or an internal alternator failure. Any of these conditions can prevent the alternator from properly charging the battery. 3. Flickering or pulsating lights. If you notice headlights or interior lights flickering at idle, but the flicker disappears and brightness improves as engine RPM increases, this usually indicates low alternator output at idle. This can be caused by worn brushes inside the alternator, high electrical resistance in one of the charging circuit connections. Important note: these symptoms can also mimic a bad engine ground cable. A separate video explaining all ground cable failure symptoms is linked in the description. 4. Burning or electrical smell. The alternator is not just an electrical component, it is the primary power generator for the entire vehicle. Any short circuit or internal failure can cause the alternator windings to overheat, resulting in a burning or electrical smell. If this occurs, you should stop the vehicle immediately, shut off the engine, tow the vehicle to the nearest service center. Continuing to drive could cause severe electrical damage. 5. Dashboard lights flicker or shut off at higher RPM. If everything appears normal at low RPM, but once engine speed exceeds around 2000 RPM, the dashboard lights begin to flicker or shut off, then return to normal when RPM is reduced, this indicates an overcharging condition. This fault is almost always caused by a failed voltage regulator inside the alternator. Until the regulator is replaced, you should drive at low engine speeds only to protect the ECU and other sensitive electronic components from voltage damage. 6. Premature battery failure. If the battery repeatedly fails within short time intervals, this is a strong indication of a charging system problem. Either the alternator is not charging the battery sufficiently, or it is overcharging, which dramatically shortens battery life. Before replacing the battery again, always verify proper alternator charging voltage. 7. Weak electrical performance. If multiple electrical loads are applied at once, such as headlights, radio, air conditioning, and you notice slow window operation, but window speed improves when loads are turned off, this indicates the alternator cannot supply adequate current under load. In other words, the alternator is unable to meet the vehicle's total electrical demand simultaneously. 8. Abnormal noise from the alternator. Alternator operation is directly dependent on rotational speed. Higher RPM results in higher electrical output. To allow smooth operation, the alternator rotor is supported by bearings. When these bearings become worn or rough, you will hear a harsh or grinding noise coming from the alternator. In this case, the alternator bearing should be replaced as soon as possible to restore smooth operation and prevent further damage. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and enable notifications so you never miss a new upload. This was AutoFix Zone. See you in the next video.